I think everyone just likes to see people lift heavy weight, and in that sport you can see heavy weight getting moved in squat, bench, and deadlift. Powerlifting will be broken down into 3 different main lifts: squat, bench, and deadlift, and you're basically just gonna lift as much weight as you can.
I think powerlifting is a really, really good sport. I think it teaches you things that a lot of sports don't. So there's so many sports that you're simply focused on how you look. And powerlifting is one of those sports where you don't have to worry about that. It's simply how can I perform? And I think that's a really empowering thing, especially for something like a young athlete. Even if they're not necessarily competing, I think training in that sense to learn to be strong can be such a empowering thing if you can learn that young versus having to wait until you're older to realize that being strong is empowering, whether you're a man or a woman. It's not something that's gendered. I think it sets you up for success in pretty much everything else you can do.
I powerlifted all through high school, so I powerlifted at least 4 years in high school, qualified for state there, and then in college I competed also in college my freshman year. Did a couple meets there, and then after that I started coaching. Well, I thought powerlifting coaching was pretty easy, coming from a strength and conditioning background, from being coached by strength and conditioning coaches and then learning it also. I thought it was really simple. And then also on top of that, there was coaches that were coaching the team already that I didn't think that were qualified nor had enough experience or thought their programs were good enough.
I started powerlifting my sophomore year of high school. I would say high school was probably, while I enjoyed it, I would definitely say that's probably the lowest of the lows, just because I was struggling really bad with disordered eating habits, and I hadn't quite figured out that mindset of I should be focusing on being strong. How well can my body perform? I was so focused on how I looked that I wasn't eating for performance. I just wasn't doing what I should have been doing. And so that was something I really struggled with going through my powerlifting career in high school. But once I got into college, I kind of finally made that mindset shift. That made a big difference for everything I do. But just kind of battling 2 sports and then kind of shifting my mindset from trying to shrink to be the smallest person in the room to understanding that being strong is awesome.
You do need to have discipline. You need to have a lot of time. It's very time taking. Usually a lift will probably take 2 or 3 hours depending on the person, if they talk a lot or the rest. You guys be prepared for not seeing progress, because sometimes you will not see the progress in 2 or 3 months, and eventually you'll see the progress. We always say it's very wavy, so you'll have progress and then you'll lose strength, and then have progress, lose strength. I think you need to have a certain mentality for sure, because you can't go in there with any doubt or a weak mentality, or else you will not get the lifts. It just creates a community. It allows you to not just lift by yourself, but you can lift with a whole bunch of friends or a team or a group.
Powerlifting is such a niche sport that it is really cool to get to follow each other, because while yes, you are there to compete and obviously everyone wants to win, at the end of the day, you are there, it is you versus you, as cheesy as that sounds, because at the end of the day, everyone just wants you to get white lights. Everyone wants to see successful lifts. Even if it's the person beating you, it's still really, really cool to see that. I would never wish that, oh man, I hope they fail. I never think that. So it's really cool to kind of see that, and that it's a mutual thing going on, so you can kind of all support each other.
The top runner-up right now is Greg. I think we'll probably try to make the jump for that 5th place to get that medal. I just tell them, you do you.
I was ready. I was ready to make podium. I saw the people that were ahead of me, saw the people that were a little behind me. Just remember my training, and yeah, I was ready. I was kind of surprised. I wasn't expecting it to be clean or it's actual silly city. Reminds me of a cleaner Dallas. After I registered, went to the warm-up room. I did 1 plate, 2 plates, and then 3 plates, which was 375. Started to feel a little heavy on my back. It wasn't feeling good, but I tried to trust myself, trust my training.
From Texas State, Gregory Maxey Jr., 562.
Yeah, everything went good until I unracked it. My opener was 562. I descended and I didn't come up. It all felt pretty heavy. I knew after that I tried to like stay calm and collected, not to mess up my next 2 attempts, because I knew in my head the meet wasn't over yet. Then second attempt went by, failed that one, the first one. Third attempt went by, same thing. You're considered disqualified if you don't make any attempts on one lift, and I just decided after that to call it. Probably the worst I felt in a long time. As soon as I took my single off, I tried to stop myself from crying because I was so disappointed in myself. I was mad and sad at the same time. I was embarrassed too because I brought all these people here to watch me and all the people to watch online as well, and I didn't do good at all. I took a week off. The next week, I was replaying those moments over and over in my head, trying to see where I went wrong, what I could have did better. I don't think there was really anything I could have done. It was meant to be. It's just now I got to get back to work, and this is gonna stick in my head till next year. Honestly think it lit a fire in me again that I didn't have in a long time, because I'm thinking if I would have did good at Nats, if I would have made podium, I was thinking about retiring, honestly. It has taught me to keep trusting myself, keep trusting in God, and know that He has a plan for me. I'm gonna keep working. That's it. Nothing else.
This was a bittersweet meet for me. So this was my last meet. I am now retired. Very bittersweet to say that. I almost cried like 3 times just because I was sad. Not even like scared. I was just sad that that was it. Like I kind of registered like I have 9 more attempts and like I'm retiring and that's it. So I got told multiple times that I wasn't allowed to cry yet. Greg, my boyfriend, he told me I was not allowed to cry yet, so I didn't ruin my makeup, which was a very valid point because I would have been upset if my makeup was ruined. But this is probably the calmest I've ever felt at a meet. I think I finally kind of accepted that, like, you know what, like the work is done. There's nothing I can do now except go out there and not get smushed by weight. I ended up getting 3rd.
That's crazy.
The silver medal from
Powerlifting taught me how empowering it is to be strong and not focusing on so much on how you look. I think social media puts such a big emphasis on that, and for men and women. And so through powerlifting, that's kind of taught me how empowering it is to be strong. So upon graduation, I'll be pursuing my master's and I'll be a strength and conditioning coach. And so that's kind of my goal as a coach, is to kind of end some of the stigma there. And so that's kind of what got me here, and that's what I plan to keep doing.